we're going to run into obstacles all the time. You can't avoid them. You can't get rid of them. They're going to be there one way, shape, or form, always. You can be more effective when you overcome obstacles. Again, whether it's your approach in getting that appointment and getting through on the phone to those individuals that you're trying to get a hold of, get creative. Instead of keep leaving messages and sending emails, do something different. Maybe send them a text. Got to be careful with that right now, although I can see it growing. I have some individuals that will only text with me. And that's fine. I'll do what you want me to do. In fact, when I can engage with a new client, I said, you know what? We're going to be doing a lot of communication here. But the one thing I want to address is, what's the best way to communicate with you? Are you a phone person? Are you an email person? Are you a text person? Or is there something I'm missing?
I think it has to do with people's work schedules and time. So that's probably why texting is so effective now, is because everyone's so busy.
Yep. And they have this thing in their pocket, in their hand, next to their nightstand all the time. So you have to find out. Be more effective in your communication, not only in trying to get a hold of them, but when you're sitting in front of them. Because I will tell you, and I managed a group of salespeople in North America in my career, and one of the things that always used to amaze me is I'd come back and I'd say, how'd that sales call go? And they'd say, oh, Bob, it was great. This guy really connected with me. It was wonderful. It was terrific. He said to me, send me information and we'll get together again. I'm really interested in your product or service. I felt like we'd known each other for a year and I just met the guy. I've been in those sales calls. Real good connection. And from a salesperson's standpoint, that's really cool. You're walking a foot off the ground back to your car. But then I'd follow up with them later and I'd say, so how's that going with that prospect we talked about? And he goes, well, I sent him an email. I sent him the information and I'm calling him and I'm emailing him and I'm texting him and I'm not getting anything back. And I said, all right, let's take a minute. Let's talk about how did that first sales call with them go? Walk me through it. What did you talk about? How did you introduce it? What questions did you ask? What information did you get? How did that go? Let's walk through the scenario. And they'd say, well, I sat there and I talked about how our company's been in business for 25 years and we're part of GE and it's a multi-billion-dollar company and I've been doing this for 30 years and I'm a good salesperson and this is our product and services and there's the features and benefits and this is what it does and this is who's doing business with us. Say, okay, stop. That's necessary at some point. At what point did you find out about your prospect and let them talk? Because I'm guessing what you did was you were there for an hour and you just wasted an hour of this individual's time, and that's a lot of time. Sometimes 20 minutes is way too long. But you just wasted an hour of that prospect's time, and you know what? He or she knew how to get rid of you. Hey, this is great. I really enjoyed our conversation. Send me some information. We'll get together again. They know how to get rid of people. And now they're ignoring you because you're never going to get back in the door because you wasted their time. So, be more effective when you're sitting in front of those people. Be more prepared. I can tell you a true story, but I won't get into that story. But I had when you're meeting with prospects, there's no excuse for this. Again, I talk in the book about the good old days. When if I got prepared for a sales call, if I wanted to find out something about that person I was going to go call, it was a heck of a lot more difficult to get information than it is today. I couldn't even walk to my car faster than I can have the information at my fingertips today. But I'd have to get in the car and go to the library and go through the library, go through the index cards, look up the company that I'm looking for. If it was on microfiche, that was really sexy, if you know what that is, microfiche. Instead of ledger cards, microfiche. Wow, this is technology. I get a sunburn. It's hot in here. This microfiche is going. But my point is that I had to get in the car and go look up information on this company. I'm going to tell you what, I didn't go to the library a lot. I didn't go to the library when I was in school, so why the heck would I go to the library when I'm a professional? But I did go to information. I got lucky a lot of times because I read a lot of papers and articles. So I had the good old-fashioned paper in hand and said, hey, I saw this article on your company. Let's talk about this. I think I might be able to help you. But today, I don't know how many salespeople, and this is one of the things that I coach my clients on all the time is be prepared. Don't go into that sales call and say, so Mr. Prospect, tell me what this company does here. You're done. Shut off. You're wasting my time. Why should I spend my time educating you? That's not what we're here for. And you might spend, God forbid, 30 minutes on that. Now you got 30 minutes and he's not even listening. He or she's not listening. You're done. You've wasted their time. So my point is be more prepared. No excuse. Google the company, look at the most recent news, what's going on. Go to LinkedIn and look up the person. What are they talking about? What has been their background? You might find some connection points. Now you're going to have a real strong meeting. You go in and say, I read this about the company. Let's talk about that a little more. You might find opportunities or you get real lucky and they're talking about and what's going on with the company is something you can fix.